everybody. Welcome back to another 52-week movie challenge. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and today is week 22. So, week 22, and for week 22, as we said in the last episode, is a musical. And, when you pick musical, you can pick pretty much anything you want as a musical, anything that's pretty much a musical movie. So, I picked the 1972 Alice's Adventures in Wonderland because I saw it on Tubi as a musical and I just got excited. I'm a big Alice in Wonderland the book fan. I remember reading it as a little kid and really enjoying it. It fills my brain with imagination of that's pretty much the whole point of it. So we'll get into that. It was the year was released was 1972. The date challenge completed is actually 6/1/22. Though I did some of it yesterday, which was 5/31/22. Genre is adventure family, rated G, starring Fiona Fullerton, Peter Sellers, Dudley Moore, and many others. Directed by William Sterling, produced by Derek Horn, written by William Sterling. Obviously, Lewis Carroll is the author of the book. Music by John Barry. Awards received it won 2 BAFTA awards, one for Best Costume. I don't know if I'd agree with that. And one for Best Cinematography. I also wouldn't agree with that. I don't really know what a BAFTA award is anyway. Why did you choose this particular film? Because I was looking for a terrible musical. Have you seen this movie before? Nope. Now, understand there was an Alice in Wonderland movie that I watched as a kid with for school, and it is not the same movie at all. This one really, really keeps with the book. We'll get into that. Would you recommend this film? Why or why not? If you want to see something terrible, sure. At Indie Film Cafe, we love terrible movies. Well, which character were you the most able to identify or connect with? In what way? None. Just ridiculous characters. Best line or memorable quote. Now who's that? Whoever lives here, I wonder. That's my quote. Were you surprised by the ending, and what would you do differently? Not really. It pretty much stuck with the book, and I wouldn't do anything different. Do you normally enjoy musicals? Sometimes. Do you feel the film was enhanced by the musical numbers? Why or why not? Yes, absolutely. The musical parts were probably the most entertaining. Anything else you'd like to add? You can see it on Tubi. So we're definitely going to talk about that. So I got this on Tubi, watch this on Tubi, and it looks like, I don't know who sent in the transfer, but it looks like it was from an old VHS or something, and maybe it was. The transfer is just god awful. Worst transfer I've seen in forever. You could barely see things sometimes. The thing looked like there was almost like tracking issues on it. It was just awful. However, that's how I watched it, and I think that's how you can watch it. You might be able to see it on YouTube for free, but I would suggest Tubi, or you could probably buy the DVD. I think the DVD would probably look better. That's what they probably should have done, is do a DVD rip, but maybe the DVD rip is a VHS rip, so sometimes that happens. They really don't take the time, because this doesn't seem like a movie that was calling for like a special edition DVD or something. So I don't think they did a lot to like fix it up. I will say honestly, I I had an okay time with this movie. My biggest problem with the movie itself was sort of the slow pacing at times. For a movie that should be like bam, 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 things are like kind of interesting. And I don't know if they just didn't have people for very long, but like characters really just come and go. And I mean, that is in the book. So they do keep as closely to the book. But when that sort of happens, I get sort of like, okay, whatever happened to that character? Where did that character go? You know? Um, I don't know. I didn't really like that. I did like Alice. I liked Fiona Fullerton. I had never heard of her. I know she was a Bond girl, and now I don't know if she still is, but the last I read doing research about her, she was a landlady up in England. So awesome. If you, I guess, would that be a flat lady? I don't know. Um, but yeah, she apparently, manages apartments or whatever, flats, whatever you want to call them. And, or that's the last I heard. I did see that she acted in a movie in 2017 that hasn't been, I don't think it's been released. It's called like Manhattan Cop or something. Um, and so obviously I was filmed in Virginia, or not Virginia, she's in America. So yeah, it's a little weird. Um, she was pretty awesome. I really dug her. I dug all the characters, like this character behind me, the frog, the Mad Hatter, the hare, the dormouse, all the characters that were sort of done by like famous people. There was a lot of famous people, but it's so funny because a lot of those famous people I don't really know that well. Like I know Peter Sellers, of course, Inspector Clouseau. Clouseau. Um, he was also in Doctor Strangelove and many, many other movies. Um, I also know, obviously, everybody knows Dudley Moore and tons of other people, but like, they're not people I'm like searching out for right now. I haven't gotten to that phase in my life, I guess, yet. So I don't really know much of these people, what they do, but it was kind of cool to see like a lot of famous people doing a really terrible movie, terrible children's movie. Um, but all in all, would I recommend it? Probably if you're like looking for something bad to watch and you just want to watch something a bad musical, watch this movie. But would I recommend it as far as like, is it any good? No. It's pretty bad. It's like I said, the costumes and the like that design, that design right there, behind me, cool. That looks good. I don't even that picture even looks a lot better than the picture I saw on Tubi. Um, the one I am not happy about was like, I don't know, most like the mouse characters and things like that, their makeup was terrible. Like I couldn't even tell what they were. The frog I could tell what he was, but he didn't do anything that like resembled a frog. Like he didn't ribbit, I don't think. I don't remember ribbiting. Should have done something. Um, there was what I also noticed was that um Alice herself liked to fucking eat or drink random shit. World today, a child would not be doing that, or probably be warned not to just drink random things and eat random things because you just don't know what it might be laced with or put in. Um, that was back in the 70s where people were a lot, like people didn't think like this. These terrible things would happen. It's so funny. It sort of reminded me of another movie made in the 70s that had this kind of like some of the music kind of reminded me of Last House on the Left, which obviously this movie doesn't remind me of it like that, but like the music sort of does. And so I kind of really like the score of the movie, and I did like some of the music. My favorite song, even though it's terrible, is the pun song. That was just the most fun bit of like weirdness and wackiness, and just like it felt like I was high on something watching it. So if you just want to get instantly high and not actually do any drugs, watch that movie because it'll make you go, wait, am I on drugs? Um, yeah, it's such a weird movie. But anyway, this is do I recommend it? If you want to watch terrible movies, yes. If you want to watch something good, do not watch it at all. All right. So with that being said, okay. Week 23 is a film that takes place before the new year. Or, not the new year, before the year 1900. Wow. Okay. A film that takes place before the year 1900. So that could be any time period. You would probably expect me to go Western or medieval or something. I don't know. I mean, there's a million movies I could choose from. So guess we'll find out. I have no idea what I even want to do, but we'll see. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.